Welcome back, friends. eSIM Studios. We have another case review for the S25 Ultra. Said it before and I'll say it again. We have roughly 30 cases coming in to review for this S25 Ultra. So if you have this phone or you're thinking about getting this phone, subscribe to the eSIM Studios YouTube channel. We are going to have a ton of case. We are the very best case review YouTube channel. Now, we not only do case reviews, we do tech news, we do comparisons. I'm currently shooting video and photo comparisons for the S25 Ultra versus iPhone 16 Pro Max versus the Pixel 9 Pro XL and versus last year's model. So we got a lot going on here. But anyways, let's get into this. This is a case review. Now, this is the Makavo. There we go. For Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now, this is an interesting case, right? This is a very interesting case. Very nice, sleek design. Wanted to go ahead and grab one of these so I can do a review. You can find this case. I direct linked for this case in the description box below. So this is the one we are going to review. Get it roughly for about $15. I think with the 10% discount, that brings it down to what, $13.50, something like that. So pretty affordable. And let's go ahead and get into it. So, and I purchased this with my own money. They did not send it. Purchased it with my own money. Now, it's got a lot of pros, but there's one major con that I will get into here shortly. So, link in the description box below. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, check this out. I got the blue model just because I have the blue S25 Ultra. Sending the black one back due to overheating issues. That's going back tomorrow. So got all my accounts and signed in onto here. But let's take a look at this. So very interesting design. Got a MagSafe ring right there. And I have a charger here that we will test. And as you can tell, and I'll put the phone on it, but it goes in there just like that. We'll test that out here shortly. And you can tell the ring inside there as well. Now, it's not a super strong magnet, because if it was a super strong magnet, you would not be able to flex it. If it was a true magnetic ring, it would be solid metal, right? And you would not be able to flex it. So just keep that in mind. And this is look, it's lighter than last year's model, but it's still, got a little hefty. Not as bulky as last year's model, but we will put it in here and test it. So hang on just a few short minutes and let's get through this part, the construction. Nice big cutout for the USB Type-C and microphone at the bottom. You have a speaker grill. Now, the last one I did, it did not block the speaker cutouts. They were actually perfectly aligned. We will test that. Got a nice big cutout for the S Pen. You have a lanyard cutout here for all those that like to use a little wristband lanyard style just on the left-hand side, which is good because I typically hold my phone with my left hand. If you hold your phone with your right hand, you're kind of screwed or you're shit out of luck on that one, but it is what it is. So let's go up here. You have a nice little cutouts for the power, volume down, volume up button. Makes it nice and easy to push in. Now, this is a TPU construction. It's very thin, so if you like thin cases, you're going to like this one. Very thin, provides some protection, right? You have cut out there for your microphones at the top, and then you have the sensors here. Lots of protection, but I'm gonna show you what the big con is here. So, pros, it's thin, it's lightweight. It does have a lanyard cutout, buttons easy to push, does have camera protection here. Now, look at this. It actually has lenses in here. So, where do I have, let me grab something, hang on. I had to grab a pin here. So, look at this. So these go completely through, right? Now, look at this. That has plastic on there. Now, I originally thought it was glass. I was like, that's cool. It'll, it's glass on glass. Should not distort any pictures you take if it's glass on glass. And then on second thought, I was like, you know what? I think that's plastic. Now, since this is plastic, it scratches easily. If it scratches easily, it could distort photos and videos, any future photos and videos. Right now, as you can tell, in the light, there's no real scratching, but using this over time, it could be, right? Now, I took some photos And I did not notice any difference in photos with the case on or with the case off. So if that's a concern of yours, and it's on all three. So there's a plastic cover here, plastic cover here, plastic cover here. However, this one's hollow and this one's hollow. And this one's a sensor up here, and then your your autofocus sensor, not a camera, just a sensor up here. But you do have your fourth camera in this one. But these three have covers on it, as you can tell. Now, before we get to a little trick here that I think I would do, and well, you can do what you want, but I'm going to show you what I am going to do. Now, let's put this on, and I'll show you a little trick. Does it have air pockets in here? It does. So it actually has two air pockets, if you can tell. One here and one here. Air pockets in the top right, air pockets in the bottom right. And then bottom left where the S Pen is, no air pocket because there's that cutout. Now let's go ahead and slap it on and see what it looks like. Goes on nice and easy, but it is a pretty snug fit. It's not a tight fit, but it fits it really, really good. So there you go. That's what it looks like. Cutout's pretty freaking precise. There. Buttons easy to push. Nice cutouts. Now, what about the speaker grill? So, for the S25 Ultra, it just has one slit. So look, this right here is your speaker, right? Now, this case has a grill on it. So, when you put it on, it's only the middle holes that the sound is going to go through. These middle holes right here. So the top of the bottom, not really sure. I think they made this case. Molded this case, manufactured this case before this phone really was released, or at least when the dummy unit was released. And I'm not really quite sure. I don't believe it'll block the audio. I've tested it and it still sounds loud. Technically, does it block the audio? I mean, maybe by 1%, right? But I don't think that should be an issue with most people. S Pen. This case is so thin. The S Pen comes in and out very, very easily. Pretty nice looking case. So there's two cons and ultimately there's one con. So it's nice looking. They got a ton of colors. You saw the colors they have? Check this out. They got black, blue, burgundy, gold, rose gold, silver, titanium colored, kind of gray, silver, darker gray or silver. That's the lighter silver. Rose gold, gold, burgundy, blue, black. So the blue is the one that I have. But so they got a bunch of different colors to choose from. Nice and sleek. It's lightweight. It's flexible. Now there's two cons. So one con is the sensors, and we will eliminate that. So we'll go down from 2 negatives about this case down to 1 negative, because I'm going to show you how to eliminate this. And I think if you think about it for a second, you should be able to figure out what I'm going to do. Now, the ultimate negative about this case is it's slippery. So, and a perfect example of why I like to use these cases for at least one full day before I review them, because I was using this on this phone all day yesterday, and I dropped it. I dropped my phone about 3 times, and it was in my hand. It wasn't some blunder where I was trying to grab it across the counter, or when I picked up a cat and it kind of weird awkward movements and it fell out. No. I was holding it in my hand like this, and what do you know? Right out. This thing is slippery as hell. Slippery. There's no grip. If you like that, hey, more power to you. You can go ahead and get it. But it is slippery, as you can tell. In and out pretty easily. So if you do purchase this case, just beware. Maybe I'm used to a ton of grip, right? Like this case right here, this Crave case for the Pixel. Look at it. And that goes all the way around. So I'm used to grippy cases, right? Like I don't really have to press firm to hold it on my hand. I can just loosely hold it and it's not going anywhere. You hold this in your hand and it's pretty slippery. So just beware. I would like to see them add some grips on the side. I'm going to add them in this video, so hopefully they'll see it. It's a nice case. I really like it, except for the fact that there's not much grip on this case. And then, oh yeah, speaking of those sensors, check this out. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to push these out. Because, call me crazy, because over time, this, I don't believe, let's push this third one out and we'll see. I don't think this is glass. I think this is plastic. And if it is plastic, plastic will scratch, and then that scratch will interfere with the photos and videos that you're trying to take. So, I doubt they use real glass. I don't know if there's any way I can tell. It might be real glass. I can't bend it. I might cut myself if I break it, but it might be real glass now that I think about it. But I just prefer, like, everybody's different, as you can tell. That's my fingerprint on there, so it's not scratched up. I wonder if we can scratch it. Hang on, let me grab a piece of metal. Okay, I got my trusty, this I use this all the time, for phone repairs and just little things to pry open. Let's see if I can scratch this real quick. Where is that light? Oh, it looks like it is glass. Well, I'll be damned. Well, did it scratch? Maybe. Even if it is glass, it doesn't look like it's that high quality. If you get this, you can keep them on there if you want, and then if you notice your photos or videos are kind of distorted, then you can pop them out like I just did. Regardless, I'm going to keep these out, obviously, because I already damaged one of them. But let's look at it now after those are taken out. Because it still provides protection all around these sensors. Check this out. It actually looks better like this without the glass on there. So, I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. You keep them on, you can pop them out, but I'm going to pop mine out and leave it out like that just because I don't want anything in between my object that I'm taking a picture of and my sensors. So, but everything else, so just minus the fact since we eliminated that negative, it's just a little slippery, but other than that, I mean, it's a pretty cool case. Now, let's try the wireless charging. Since it isn't that thick of a... Should be able to fit any screen protector on here. Let's try... So, I'm gonna plug it in just a minute right here. This is my trusty Nilkin wireless charger, MagSafe charger. So it's, as you can tell, it's not the most secure wireless charger. I mean, excuse me, not wireless charger. It's not the most secure MagSafe ring on here. And again, it's because you can flex it. So they did put some metallic materials in here, but it's not a true traditional solid metal ring like you would see in some other traditional cases. What is that? Spigen? Yeah. Is that more of a tight fit? See, you can't really flex this one, so there might be a thin metal ring in here. But this case, you can like bend it in half. So they just put some metallic in there. Look, it's good enough to keep at home or at your office and just prop it up just like that, right? In the car, I don't know, because it's going to be bouncing down the road. I don't know how strong that magnet's going to be in a car setting. But let's check this out. Let's hook up a power source. And let's test it out here. Yep. Yeah, phone's almost dead. Okay, so it does work with wireless charging. It's just not the strongest magnet, but no big deal. It's perfect for indoor usage. And again, this phone was dropped. We're going to do a video review probably tomorrow or the next day of a drop test on this. I'm not going to drop test it, but there was a drop test that I'm going to review that video, and we're going to talk about how durable this phone is. So having the most bulkiest case, most protective case is not really necessary with this phone. It's been dropped at heights of up to 7 feet. 1,300 times is what I saw Samsung claim, and without breaking the screen. And we're going to review a video that proves that. Now, they don't drop it 1,300 times, but they drop it, I think, 5 or 6 times at 7 feet with no cracks in the front or back. So this phone is very, very durable with this new Gorilla Glass Armor 2 on the front and back. So you don't need a bulky case, right? Just the phone not breaking alone is awesome. So you basically, since you know the phone's not going to break if you drop it, all you need is something to just protect, because it'll still get scratched, right? If you drop it on the concrete or on the ground, you're still going to get a scratch here, a dent there in the frame. It's just your glass front and back's not going to scratch, but you kind of want to have something like this, a thin case, just to protect it from scratches and dents and dings and things like that. So this is perfect. If you're looking for something that's slim, lightweight, and that looks nice, picking up this case. Again, a little slippery, but look, maybe I just need to adjust how I hold my phones, because like I said, I just loosely hold them. Like it's like that's just how, because it's just how I hold them. Now with this on here, I just need to be more conscious. Maybe just not a super tight grip, but just a little more grip, maybe walking around. And I think that was my bad. I mean, it's not wet, slippery, obviously. It's just I'm used to super grippy cases. So very nice case. I'll put a link in the description box below for this. And if you got any questions whatsoever, give me a holler. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to go live later this week. And then I got a bunch of, I have a new S26 Ultra video you're not going to want to miss. That's correct. S26 Ultra. Next year's S26 Ultra. We're starting to get some details, and you're not going to want to miss that video. So please subscribe to the channel so you get notified when I upload that here shortly. Peace.